I face adversity with presence. That's so profound. But if I may ask you, have you ever watched a master potter at work? There's this fascinating moment when they take what looks like a perfect vase and suddenly, deliberately press their thumb into it, creating what appears to be a flaw. But that flaw becomes the vessel's most distinctive feature, its signature beauty. So our lives work much the same way. So, and that is how actually we navigate life's most challenging moments. And here's the truth I've come to know: adversity is your sculpture. With each hit, it shapes your finest version. And we need to keep on working on ourselves, as my mentor once said, that version 1 is better than version none. So let's not stop ourselves. Whatever you do, whatever amount of growth you'll have, you'll become better than your previous version. So, talking about the hits in our life, let's say a job loss that feels devastating, a relationship ending when you least expected it, or a health diagnosis that changes everything, or even those daily irritations. The teenager who seems determined to test every boundary, the colleague who takes credit for your work, and the plans that fall apart the last minute. What separates those who emerge from adversity bitter and those who emerge better? And that's what we're actually exploring today. Not just surviving our challenges, but facing them with genuine grace. So, what exactly does facing adversity with grace look like? It's certainly not pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's not toxic positivity or putting on a brave face while you are crumbling inside. Grace in adversity means acknowledging the full reality of your situation while refusing to be defined by it. It's maintaining your dignity when circumstances tempt you to abandon it. Think about how most of us handle adversity. When something painful happens, our instinct is to find someone to blame, distract ourselves from the feeling, or catastrophize about what might happen next, or compare our situation to others who have it better. But the truth is, none of these responses actually help us move through the challenge with grace. They just keep us stuck. Grace asks something different from us. It asks us to stand firmly in reality, however uncomfortable, and say, this is happening. I don't have to like it, but I can face it. And how I face it matters. So we can actually find tremendous inspiration in those who have faced extraordinary adversity with remarkable grace. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the Nazi concentration camps, wrote something profound in his book. man's search for meaning. He said, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human's freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. So while imprisoned in unimaginable conditions, Franklin observed that those who maintained their inner dignity, who offered their last piece of bread to someone else, who spoke words of encouragement despite their own suffering, were the ones most likely to survive. Now, this example might seem extreme, but they illuminate an essential truth. Grace isn't the absence of difficulty, it's a particular way of moving through it. And I would say, even grace has an equation that it requires actually three essential elements: dignity, patience, and trust. And when we sum these three up, we get grace. Interesting? So let's talk about dignity first. This means refusing to compromise your values even when provoked. It's not lowering yourself to behaviors you later regret, even when that would feel momentarily satisfying. For teenagers dealing with social drama or exclusion, dignity might look like not posting that angry rant on social media, not spreading rumors about those who hurt you, not compromising who you are to fit in. For adults, navigating workplace challenges or family conflicts, dignity means setting boundaries without being cruel, expressing your needs without ultimatums, and remaining professional when others aren't. Now, the second element was patience, not just with the situation, but with yourself. That is self care, that is self love. So, when we are in pain, we demand immediate solutions. We want the discomfort gone now. But real growth and healing follow their own timeline. Patience means giving yourself permission to not be over it yet, to still be figuring things out, to be a work in progress. So, for the mom, juggling work stress while caring for a child with special needs, patience means allowing herself small amounts of rest without guilt. It means celebrating tiny victories instead of focusing only on what remains undone. And finally, there is trust, perhaps the most challenging element of all. Trust that this difficulty, however unwelcome, may be serving a purpose you can't see. Trust that you have the inner resources to meet this moment. Trust that growth often follows our greatest challenges. So now, let's bring this down to everyday life. Because while dramatic examples inspire us, most of our adversities don't make headlines. They are the ordinary heartbreaks and frustrations that accumulate over time. So, for the teenager struggling with academic pressure and social anxiety, grace might look like acknowledging your imperfections without harsh self judgment. It's saying, I'm doing my best today. My best might look like different tomorrow. For the women, balancing career ambitions with family responsibilities, Grace might be recognizing when you need help and asking for it without shame. It's releasing the myth of having it all together and embracing your beautiful, messy humanity. So, for anyone, facing criticism, rejection, grace is separating what you do from who you are. It's saying that didn't work out, but I'm not a failure. I can still get up, try all over again. Some days, practicing grace might look like remarkably ordinary. Taking 3 deep breaths before responding to that passive aggressive email, or allowing yourself to cry in the car after a difficult meeting, and then washing your face and moving forward, or saying, I need some time, instead of lashing out when hurt, or choosing forgiveness over resentment, even when justified in your anger. So these small choices accumulate over time, gradually sculpting you into someone who can face life's inevitable difficulties with authentic grace. And here's what fascinates me most about this topic. When we face adversity with grace, we discover a paradox. The very challenges we thought might break us often reveal our greatest strengths. The job loss that felt devastating leads to a career path more aligned with your values. The relationship ending creates space for deeper connections. And the health challenge transforms your priorities in ways you never imagined. So I'm not suggesting that pain is always purposeful or we should be grateful for suffering. No, I don't mean that. But some experiences are objectively terrible, and no amount of reframing makes them gifts. But I'm suggesting that we face our adversities. The grace we bring to our most difficult moments determines whether those experiences diminish or develop us. So, how do we cultivate this grace when we are in the thick of difficulty? So, I would like to offer you a reflective exercise that has helped me and countless others. First, take a moment now to recall a painful challenge you've already overcome. Just take a moment, the recent one, something that tested you, that pushed you to your limits, but that you moved through. And now consider, what grace did you show at that time that you might have forgotten? What inner strength emerged that surprised you? How did you maintain your dignity even in small ways? Perhaps you showed grace by continuing to care for others despite your own pain, or getting out of bed each day when it felt impossible, or finding moments of gratitude amid despair, or asking for help when you needed it, or setting boundaries to protect your feeling. So, the second part of this practice is to write a letter to your younger self, the self who was facing that challenge, thanking them for their courage. Acknowledge the grace they showed, even if imperfectly. Express gratitude for how they got you through. So, this exercise reveals something very, very profound. We already have within us everything we need to face future adversities with grace. We have done it before, we can do it again. And as we come to the close of our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. We cannot choose most of the adversities we face, but we can choose the grace with which we face them. And here's the beautiful truth: when you face life's difficulties with dignity, patience, and trust, you don't just change your own experience. You become a living demonstration of possibility for everyone around you. And when your teenager sees you navigate disappointment with grace, they learn how to handle their own. When your friend witnesses your dignity during heartbreak, they discover what's possible in their pain. And when your colleague observe your patience through professional challenges, you elevate the entire culture. So your grace becomes a gift to everyone who knows you. So my invitation to, or I could say my call of action of the day: tomorrow, when adversity finds you, as it inevitably will, remember that you are being sculpted. That difficult moment is not a deviation from your path, it's your path. And how you move through it matters. Choose grace, not because it's easy, but because it transforms both the challenge and the challenger. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you for your presence today. I would love to hear your thoughts, or if you have any questions about being more grace to your specific challenges. I welcome you all. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today.